Hi lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm reviewing Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. This is the first book in the Finishing School series. Yeah, totally nailed that. So this is a YA steampunk novel about a young girl, Sophronia, who goes to a finishing school to learn how to be an assassin. And it is totally awesome. So Sophronia is a tomboy. She is always getting into trouble. She does things like crawling into a dumbwaiter to spy on her mother, and then falling out of that dumbwaiter into a dessert tray. I think that's pretty much how this book opened. Those might have been slightly off. But she's just always getting into trouble. She's constantly climbing things. She can't keep her clothes clean. She's very curious. She talks to people below her station, like flirting with the stable boy. And so her mom sends her off to finishing school to learn how to be a proper young lady. But the finishing school that she gets sent to is actually a school to teach young ladies how to become spies and assassins. And so Sophronia, while learning how to do all the things that her mom wanted, so that she can keep her cover when she's spying or trying to kill people, she is also learning about poisons and how to use weapons and how to, hide said weapons on her clothing, how to blend into different scenarios, and it's just so cool. I love this whole world and learning how to be the villain, kind of. This school also has a partner school for boys where the boys learn how to be evil geniuses. The school is attached to dirigibles so that it floats, and that is a pretty awesome element to this as well. I love everything about this school. It is amazing. She has teachers that are not human. She has one who is a vampire, another one's a werewolf. And it's just, I love this world so much. The maids are mechanicals, so we have robots as butlers and things. And she has a mechanical dog as her pet. Like I said, Sabrina's kind of this tomboy. The girls in her class are also really unique and interesting. Her best friend, Dimity, is very girlish. She comes from a family of evil geniuses, so her family is expecting her to learn how to be an assassin, but Dimity kind of just wants to be a normal girl. There's another girl from Scotland, Sighead, maybe? Totally butchered that name, I'm sure of it. But the Scottish girl is a lady, but she's raised by a pack of werewolves, and so she's being sent to the school to learn how to be a lady, and kind of has the fighting thing down. Every student has this mix of where their background is from and why they're at the school and what their family expects from them. So I love all the details about these characters. The head of the school doesn't know that the kids are learning how to be assassins. She thinks she's just running a normal finishing school, and she does all her lessons. It's just learning how to be proper young ladies. But then they have assignments from other teachers to try to pass notes during her class without getting caught. There's also a few characters in here that are kind of the lower classes, which are fun, like the guys in the boiler room, and there's this one girl, Genevieve, who's very mechanically minded and becomes Sophronia's friend, and I love the way everything operates, from the way the school is run, to the way the mechanical stuff works, to the supernatural stuff with the vampires and werewolves. I love the fact that they also just don't hide, it's accepted in society that there are werewolves and vampires. And the book is really funny, too. Gail Carriger's writing is amazing. She has this mix of being this high Victorian period literature, writing style, but then it's also very modern and very funny and kind of tongue-in-cheek and more dry humor, and it's just this perfect mix to make this book light and fun, even though you're dealing with the villains, essentially. So the main plot for this book is that there is this prototype that the school is in charge of protecting, and one of the older students got sent to retrieve it for her final exam. And then the older student turns on the school and is going to try to sell it off on her own. And so Sophronia, of course, gets mixed in with trying to figure out where the prototype is, and this older student gets knocked down to the first year class, and so they become enemies. I love that whole... The plotline of this book is awesome. I love the world building in here. I am so excited to find out what happens next that I'm actually already on book 2, which is something that I don't normally do until after I've done a review, but I could not wait. Like, as soon as I finished book 1, I needed to read book 2. This is such an awesome series, and I am totally loving it and recommend it to anybody who likes steampunk or science fiction or, ladies with proper pretty dresses, um, period pieces. This is a great mix of all of those things. So, totally go read it if any of that sounds remotely interesting to you, because this book is amazing. So, anything else I need to say about this? I really love it, guys. Like, I really, really, really love this book. Um, it's kind of a quick read. At least it was for me, because I just plowed through it. I couldn't put the book down. So, Gail Carriger does a good job of describing things too, so she'll introduce new terminology, whether it is something from the Victorian era that maybe a modern reader might not know about, or if she's introducing science fiction kind of steampunk elements. She does a good job of describing something also, like what it looks like or what it actually is. Go check out Etiquette and Espionage, and peace out. I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye.